Okay, here we go. Episode 9 / just a special event of In the Dirt with Kyle and John, brought to you by our good friends at Lube Monkey. Gary and his gang down on Cumberland Street are for the racers, and he does a great job of supporting us and supporting a lot of racers. If you need your fuel, filters, oil, get down and see Gary. We're giving away a bunch of Lube Monkey bucks today, and then our sign design interviews will be, there's a few of them. It's kind of a loose format today. We're going to go, interview will be on, off, have some fun, interact with the crowd. Lots of giveaways. We have some hoodies, In the Dirt stuff for sale, and we have tons of giveaways today. So here we are. We'll have some fun. And Kyle, what do you got to say here?
A little overwhelmed here, but yeah. Well, did you mention about the bucket, passing the bucket around? And
No,
well, the bucket be passed around for the Dennis Orr picture.
Yeah.
And
then those numbers will stay in the bucket, and we'll draw. Shawn from Canadian Dirt Track Center offered us up a beautiful jacket, so that'll be part of it. David from All Temp Trailers, we have 2 more Bayfest tickets to give away here today too. So that's in the thing. We have some In the Dirt hats. We have Sergeant Propane swag bags. We have people walking in front. But that's how today's going to be, and it's going to be just loose and fun and lots of laughs. And yeah, we have one of the biggest legends in dirt track racing, period, is in the crowd today. It's super nice to welcome. Thanks, Tom, for coming and supporting us. It's awesome. Yeah. It's awesome to have Tom here. Yeah.
And then the 1987 Street Stock Champions right beside him, 5 days.
Actually, people, you wouldn't believe it, the place is packed here. There was people here at 11:30 lined up, so it was kind of crazy. Part of our being overwhelmed, but yeah, today we're going to interview some people. We'll be on the air, off the air, and whatever. It'll be lots of fun.
Yeah, it'd be loose.
Yeah.
Just a little different than our normal routine. But
yeah, and Kyle's got some trivia. So we'll be giving away Lube Monkey bucks, hats, whatever. There's all kinds of stuff that Kyle likes his trivia. But yeah, so throughout the day, there's going to be interviews and just fun and lots of bullshit. That's what us racers are built around. A friend of mine called me this week, a fellow racer, and he said, a former racer, and he said the show reminds him of just being in the garage, talking about racing, talking how guys do it and girls, and that's just like how the show's kind of built around. Rumors, talking about other people. We've had, it's been a ton of fun.
Not much, but well, I don't know, just overwhelmed with how many prizes we have here. People stepping up and wanting to donate and help us out.
So here we are. Well, let's say where we are. We're at Fork South, and Chris Bluznikas and his team here have welcomed us with open arms and brought us in, and he's offered some gift certificates up. He's Johnny Staal, another racer in the crowd, walking through. He'll be on an interview today. He's got some things to say to racers about how he can help and his sort of plan to help racers and get them going. So that's really cool. We have Rick Charban, Whiskey Road. He's going to come on. Shawn Liddicoat from the Mosquito Speedway. He's going to be interviewed today. We'll ask about him about the plans for out there this year.
Is Larry Booth coming on, or Larry Booth's in the crowd?
We might guilt Larry into it. We have Sean P. here. He's always good for the show. Kevin Monteith's here. He might stop in. We got Ray Dolph. We got Andrew Pilo. I see people. The Crizels. There's people everywhere.
I don't know how many people are in here.
I don't know. If it says 50, there's more than that. I see Scotty Dubois. Yeah.
Yeah, Scotty.
Yeah.
300 plus.
300 plus.
360.
Yeah. No. So we'll just step away for a minute here, and then we'll start interviewing and have some fun today. All right? We'll see you guys in here. The cameras are backwards again? Oh, yeah. We'll show the crowd here in a second. I have my daughter working on that stuff. Part 2.
Vanna waits
yeah. Our usual helper, Vanna, is in Cuba this weekend, so we'll be back in a minute. All right, thanks, guys. We're going to have the draw for the Dinosaur print, the Devil's Dozen first, and then we're going to interview Shawn Liddicoat from Mosquito Speedway.
Okay, Johnny.
All right, so Dinosaur offered us up this the beautiful print of the Devil's Dozen and to give away, and we were going to do it last week, but he had his brother passed away, so we decided we'd wait a week, and here we are, and we're going to do it today, and it's a beautiful print, and someone's going to be lucky here. The 9th person. He said he wanted it to be the 9th person, so I'll wiggle around there, count to 9, because of Reuben Thomas. He said that's his guy. Reuben's battling some stuff, and he's a good guy, good friend of all of us out here. So he said, make sure it's the 9th person you draw. So we're going to count the 9 in there, and we're going to draw for Reuben. That's what this is about here.
You want me to shake it, Johnny?
Yeah.
You can do the draw.
Yeah, I'll draw it.
Ready?
Yeah, sure.
Devil's Dozen.
Devil's Dozen. 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we go. The winner is Mark Earl. Yeah, Mark Earl is not here, but Mark Earl will be happy to win that. Mark is a fellow racer in the B1 class. They call him Taz. Good, nice guy, super nice guy. All right, so here we are. We're gonna. Andrew Pilo's walking by, and yeah, lots of people here from all throughout racing. So we're gonna the first guest today is going to be Shawn Liddicoat, who resurrected Mosquito Speedway, and we're going to find out why. All right, here we go, Shawn. What do you think?
I don't like public appearances, that's why my face is nowhere to be found. So this is the first for me.
Awesome. Welcome to the show.
A couple of those like I did.
Kyle's loose already. He was nervous and he's already feeling it. So here we go. So Shawn, we know we've got an information session coming up on Mosquito Speedway. Why don't you tell everybody about when that is and what's going on there?
Okay, so on April 18th, I rented a hall and it's been posted, and we're going to talk about. The thing is, Mosquito's about the drivers. Everybody's got to understand that. It's not my way; it's our way, and I want input so I know what we can run and how we can run. This year is it's not going to be a full year. We are starting late in the year and ending late in the year, but I kind of like that idea because we're all Minnesota drivers, and the big show's over there on Arthur Street. So I think that Mosquito's going to run every second weekend, and after Thunder City's done, we're going balls to the wall every weekend till October. I was grading and driving my car in October on the track. I signed myself a waiver. And I think it was in November I was actually blowing my car around, and I'm telling you, that track was grippy. And I'm close to hitting the wall because I had traction.
No, that's good. That's what we like. Okay. Yeah. So what came about? Why you became a part of Mosquito last year? What drove you to, I don't know, take the reins?
Hey, so long story short, you guys are gonna laugh at me, okay? And you can blame Brad Walker actually for this. And Mike Carey. So Brad was going to look at Mike Carey's car to buy it for a B-mod. And Mike's like, yeah, come on out. Mike meets us with his quad, and we're looking and we're talking. And then next thing, Mike's like, hey, want to come check out the old track? Okay, I'll check out the old track. But I know when I was racing, I have a hard time learning my car because if you spin out, you're done.
Yeah.
So I wanted to learn practice. The whole thing in my head at first was just a practice track. And then it took me 2 years for the Harry family to agree to doing what I'm doing. And that's what happened. That's how it started, to be honest. That's the truth.
Well, Johnny, you kind of started you had a whole bunch of practices last summer, which I didn't make it out to, but then I made it out to those races you had in the fall, which I think ran really well. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, the track was really good, and I'm learning because I don't know nothing about a track. I can cut trees down and make a track with stumps there, so now it's flat. So the thing I knew about is big-ass water truck, full of water, and just keep packing. Man, is it a packed hard? So when you race on it, it's smooth like cement.
It was smooth. Johnny, we were both out there, so.
Whoa, it was very racy that first weekend we raced. Like it feels. I don't even know how to explain it. It feels like there's more room on a smaller track. So I don't really know how to.
Well, it's a lot wider than the other place.
Yeah. It's but both places, like we are so fortunate to be where we are right now. You have no idea. We had nothing for so long, and now look what we got, and we have to.
Yeah, and well, maybe I don't know if you want to talk about this, Shawn, but I don't think this is it's not you against Thunder City. It's its own thing. Maybe you can talk about that. And
I get that all the time, and to be honest, there is no competition.
Yeah.
One track is the show. That track, to me, I run that track, and I will never stop running that
first
track.
class place, yeah.
The only thing, to be honest, okay, so you got yourself, you got you, I'm always down you guys, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not no good. But I keep running this in the track, and then give you a run for your money in 5 years. Right? So it's for the underdogs. Basically, not everybody can afford to travel. I can't, but a lot of people can. So the people that can't travel and have the same problem I had is when I get on the track and I'm trying to set my car up, if you spin out once or you spin out two times, you're done for the day, or that heat, or whatever. Come to Mosquito, spin out 500 times, and let's just keep starting our back up. That's how I see it.
Real great insight, real great interview, to be honest with you. Last summer, I was one of the guys out there for the first bunch of weeks practicing and trying to find my motor problem that seemed to last all year.
Johnny Miss.
Yeah. Shawn Polonoski in the crowd here chirping me like he likes to do. He said Johnny missed. That's what he gave me a nickname. Johnny missed a season. Yeah. So that courtesy of Shawn. But back to Mosquito, that week, I happened to win a race out there. From the back, starting 8th and won and passed the guy sitting directly in front of me, Kevin Monteith. Two of my wins, Kevin has finished second. I only have 4 in my life, and Kevin's been second both times in those. But he's beat me 150 times, so that's neither here nor there. But that's an interesting fact. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Little Johnny trivia.
Yeah, little Johnny trivia. Pat myself on the back. I like to do that on now and then. But yeah, Shawn, so yeah, thank you for what you've done out there and what you've done for the racers and given us an extra opportunity in order to hone our skills and to get better and to learn about our cars and to basically have fun at a grassroots level. I think that's more what it is out there.
Well, to piggyback off that, Johnny, we were talking where we bullshit in the garage a little bit. You were saying how, Thunder City, you do feel a lot of pressure going out there. You want to perform like, well, you do out there too, but it's a different kind of atmosphere. And
totally different vibe between the two places. Thunder City, yeah, it feels like pressure almost when you get strapped in that car because you got that many fans, that many people, that many sponsors, and it feels like it's a little more pressure than out there. Yeah, you're out there, and it's just more of a relaxed vibe, I would say. And that's kind of what you're after, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm taking over your guys' shit. Right, so the thing is I'm going to let it all out at once because I got a lot of people asking me, I'm going to take over, I'm just going to say it on Johnny's show. I'm sorry, Johnny. What Johnny's done here is amazing for the racing community. I get nothing but feedback from this show. And honestly, if you look at the people that watch, it's like it gets better and better and better. So the fact of the matter is, Mosquito is more relaxed, okay? The show, we're all racing for first place at Thunder City. We all are. We're at Mosquito, you are, but it's just more relaxed. There's nothing there to compare with Thunder City. Number one. Number two, people want to know about payouts. So I'm going to be honest with everybody, and I'll always be honest when it comes to drivers. My payouts, you guys are going to get something, okay? I'm charged. The charge is $25, and at the end of the day, I got to make it somewhat a challenge. If you make 2 laps around the track in your first heat, you get a $30 payout. So I'm going to pay out all cars at $30. But we're only racing for the big money. There's going to be first place winners, and it's going to be a certain amount of money for that first place in each class. Because the spectators, you got to get the people in to start paying big money. But what I do promise you guys, which I know will happen before the Wayne Harry Fall Freezer, because I have nothing. People, fans, they all talking now because of Johnny's show and this and that.
Johnny and Kyle.
Johnny and Kyle, sorry.
Or Kyle and Johnny, whatever you want to call them.
The fact of the matter is, I believe, I hear it all the time, we are the show. We are. Us drivers, we bring in the people, right? So as Mosquito's giving back, once I hit 1,000 spectators, which will happen before Wayne Harry Fall Freezer guarantee me, every driver gets $100 for showing up. Woo! And I feel that's giving back. I talked to the Harry family. This is a non-profit track. I'm not here making a profit. It goes back to the track. The only people I care about to get money is that Harry family. Because they deserve it. And, but that's all I know. Next year, it's just going to get better. So this year, I got stuff to do. I'm pushing back the spectator rail. Everybody hits it. I wrecked my car. I got a new car because I wrecked my car. Okay, I hit that rail so hard. Scott Brady laughing at me. Like, you couldn't pass me. No, I hit the rail. So I got a new car. The rail's going back 5 feet, not the track. I moved the pit side track rail 6 feet last year. Not one of you guys came close to hitting that rail on any race. You guys are going 4 wide around those corners. You wouldn't do that on the spectator side. So the spectator side gets done first thing, and then I have a guy coming in. He's got a GPS on a grader, and we're going to make it symmetrical. There's not going to be no high point and low point to the track. Every corner is going to be the same degree, and by the time racing starts, all that will be done. So that we don't want to smash up. We're here to have fun, and I feel if we do that, we can go a little harder. Maybe I won't hit the ball.
All right. Well, that was a great first interview to start the day. First, really? You did good, Shawn. All right, guys. So that's interview one out of the way here. We'll be back in a couple minutes with our second interview two of Johnny Staal.
Yeah, we're good, John.
All right, here we are, interview two of the day. We've got another dirt track racer, a street stock, Johnny Staal.
Triple nickel.
555. Johnny texted me last week and said, hey, I got an idea here. I got a way I think I can give back to the drivers, and it can help me and then help you. So he said, let's talk, and here we are, we're talking, and he's got a little idea, and then we'll get into his own personal racing after. But tell us kind of your plan there, Johnny.
Yeah, so hi guys. Basically, I have my own car, which is, everyone knows, is very expensive to run, and especially these days. Plus I sponsor 4 or 5 other cars, and people can come to my work asking for a sponsorship. I hate saying no, but I'm like, I have to start saying no, but I'm like, well, what can I do? What can I make this work for everybody? So I have a garbage bin business called Curbside Collection. I don't know if you've seen the track, the orange garbage bins. And basically, I'm offering if anyone, a business owner or a race car driver needs a sponsor, come to my work, get a letter, will be made up already, and go to the business. If they swap out their bin from our competitors, then I'll sponsor their car. So basically, it doesn't cost the business any money, but I'm gonna, because everyone keeps asking it, everyone on the podcast all the time too, right? So I figure, why not try that? So that's that.
Really a great idea for, you mentioned that a few guys that came out in the last week, so yeah, a great idea. Scratch your back, they'll scratch yours or whatever. But my microphone seems to be dying out here a little bit, Chris.
It's Trucker John there, John.
Another little bit of racing, somewhat royalty. Trucker John, we worked together at TDO and way back in the day, and I think I might have given them the nickname, or maybe it was, I don't know, it was probably me. Trucker John, but Trucker John Owen in the crowd, and he's coming back this year. Again, A-Mod. All right, Johnny, tell us a little about how you got into racing, and you kind of gave me a little heads up yesterday of who you helped out and how it started.
Yeah, when I was a little kid working on the sod farm, one of those guys, the older guys working for us, was dating Tommy Smart's daughter. So he'd take me to Riverview every week, and I'd scrape mud, check air pressure, whatever. So basically, every time I see Tom Smart, I'd say, this is your fault, why it's costing me so much money. That's how that started. And then my Uncle Narm raced, obviously Riverview, now he's Thunder City in a super stock, trying to not get banged up every week. He bitches a bit all the time, but whatever. It's natural. And yeah, that's about it. And then basically started sponsoring some cars when Thunder City started. I'm like, that's a cheaper way of doing things. And then I was watching the race, so I'm like, shit, I gotta get a car. So that's kind of how it went. So I got a car 2 years ago, and that's been great. Like, our class is unbelievable. Good drivers, least amount of cautions, great people. There's a few in the crowd here today. See Kat somewhere. I'm always beside her, so I'm always banging into each other a bit. But we still get along. It's good. It's a great class and great people. Obviously, the whole track's unreal. Mosquito, that place is unreal too. I went there the fall time, and it was just like, it just felt like so easy and like low key and natural. Like everyone's just in a good mood and no one had a chip on their shoulder. So I love that track. I love Thunder City. Probably gonna go to Emo, maybe a bit. Would have gone there, whatever for view. Go ahead.
You're not going to Race Lake, are you? Or
The Little Dream. The Little Dream. I heard some rumors about it. Yeah. So basically, I'm starting a race car rental company. Just kidding. So basically, I've been friends with The Simpsons my whole entire life.
Dave Senior with my hockey coach. Sponsored Rick when he first started. Actually, he bought a car that I tried to put together when I was 18, but didn't really work. So yeah, he took that over and raced that and started winning with that. And yeah, David won with my car at the Invitational a couple of years ago. So he's always asked if he wanted to go to Little Dream. So now I have 2 cars. So Rick Simpson wants to drive one, and David the other. So as long as they're both together and in one piece, and the motors aren't blown, then they can have it. I figure if I get half the purse, if any of them win with the American dollar, I figure I'll be pretty good. It's almost an investment.
Last year that was over 30,000 US to win. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
60,000 Canadian.
Well, yeah, now that you mention that, I was in the States and I took 100 out of the instant teller and it cost me 156.30. So, ouch. No, that wasn't good. Yeah, so you could get 60 grand. Beauty. Awesome.
It'd be a lot more better if I had.
Now you've had a few. You raced a super stock for a bit too. What did you think of that, and how come you went back to street stock?
Well, I was a trade deal I did with David Simpson. So he bought my street stock or traded whatever, and so I took it out and I was like, this thing runs unreal. Like it's way smoother, like nice to drive, easy to drive. In my heat, I did really well. And then in the future, got tied up with somebody, and that was the end of my street or super stock. Not career at all, but whatever that was. So then I ended up selling it to, I figured I'm just going to stick to one car, one class I should say, and because I'm still learning the setups and stuff like that, so street stock's a little easier obviously with that. And basically the Mitchells ended up buying my super stock. So Donnie, I think one day he's going to drive it. I'm not sure where he's at with it, but it might be this year, maybe next year. He just kind of does his thing, and super good guy. And maybe we'll see him out there in it, but we'll see.
What's that, Kevin?
I'm available for it.
Oh, Kevin's available to drive the super stock, he said.
He said Hornet. Oh, there's Polonoski again.
Actually, we should put I'll get my daughter to turn the camera around in the next segment, just so you can see how many people are here and how packed this is and how crazy it actually is. It's pretty fun. Well, Johnny, what do you think? What do you think of the show?
Yeah. So this is an unbelievable thing. Like basic information, every week you learn what's going on, keeps you excited about racing, upcoming season. Lets us know about the tracks, everything. It's unbelievable. You guys are doing a great job. Like professional, actually. A couple of dogs in the background. That kind of makes it how it is. I like it.
The only thing the bone I have a pick with you is you got to check your messenger messages.
I know.
I got to get your numbers.
Well, yeah, I have a reputation for being really bad with my phone. But yeah, the Facebook Messenger thing I never check because whatever. I'm not single anymore, so. I just do this typical texting and phone call, but it's better off to text me than I'll call you back. Ask Pete Harnack. Like, try to call me, he's probably just mad every time. But yeah, it is what it is.
Awesome. Another great interview for interview number 2. Lots of laughs here in the Dirty Lounge. Sign Design Dirty Lounge. Our good friends James and the crew down at Sign Design, they do a ton of work for me, for Kyle, for lots of racers out here. For Johnny too, yeah. So you need a wrap, go there. All right, awesome. We'll have interview number 3 here, Rick Charban, in a couple minutes. Perfect. All right, we're good again. I'm just going to get my daughter to scan the crowd a bit here and show for people what's actually going on here. Pretty good crowd. Really good day so far. It's been a lot of fun. Here we are on We're coming up on interview 3 already, eh, Kyle?
Yep. We got a good one ahead.
Yeah, we got a good one here.
That's many years back.
Yeah, 51 years to be exact. So we're going to talk to Rick Charban about how Whiskey Row started, the Whiskey Row Classic, and general street stock stuff.
What track it's going to be at this year? We'll talk about that. Okay.
Here we go.
Let's welcome Rick Charban.
Rick, I don't know if you want to just talk about how Whiskey Row started, or just we'll go from there. I mean, just explain the story.
Yeah, pretty well. This is our 51st year of Whiskey Row. Wow. That's a long time to do. And we started at Riverview, and originally we started Whiskey Row because we sponsored Ronnie Matthews. A bunch of us guys worked on his car, but they could only bring so many people into the pit, so the rest of us went into the stands. And while we're sitting there, we decided, let's call ourselves Whiskey Row, and we'll raffle off prizes, and the money we make will be and then Wayne, Harry, and Stewie Crawford came into the fold, so we sponsored them also. Then when we went over to, after Riverview closed, we went over to Mosquito, and me and the wife were sitting there, and we said, you know what, we don't have a car to sponsor anymore because Ronnie Matthews had passed away, and Stewie and Wayne were now the owners, and so we didn't have a car. So I said, well, why don't we raise money all year, at the end of the year at the Invitational, we'll put up $1,000 to win. Well, back in '94, $1,000 for street stocks was actually unheard of. To be honest with you, I found out that $1,000 first place payout in '94 was one of the largest street stock payouts of any track in the whole region, States and Canada. So for those guys to all of a sudden go for $1,000 was something. Then we also had, every year we've had Whiskey Row shirts. I mean, just 34 editions of them over the years. And they're collector's items for a lot of people. Well, we decided that the winner of the Whiskey Row Classic would not only get his name on the Whiskey Row trophy, they get the name on the following year's shirt, and that was the car on the next year's shirt. So every time somebody wins, they get their name on the following year's shirt. And this last year was our 50th anniversary. We got enough money in that we raised enough that we made the first place payout $3,000 to win. Again, an unheard of amount for street stocks. So it's been fun. This year I've got Jimmy Cotter, who's helping me because it's a lot of work. I'm getting old now. And, so he's offered to come on and help me look for sponsors, because all the money that we raise now, we're at Mosquito, we used to sell tickets on the prizes every week. When we went over to Thunder City, because they have the 50-50 draw there, they didn't want us to be selling tickets again. Out and donate towards the Classic. All the money that we raise goes and increases the street stock feature payout of the day that the track puts up a certain amount, and then we top it up. We don't know how much it's going to be this year. This year's Whiskey Row Classic is going to be on July the 9th. Wednesday night. They said that for the Invitational, there was going to be too many cars and with the time restraints, they didn't know if they could get all the racing in and that, so they said July the 9th. So I said, okay, fine. July the 9th is fine, it's Thursday night. And we'll see how much we get to raise for that. So any individuals or companies out there that want to help out in sponsorship, more than welcome. Just contact myself or Jim Carter.
There you go. That is Whiskey Row in a nutshell. We didn't even need a mic for this one. That's perfect, eh? My mic's going for a shit here. Yeah, no, that's what we wanted, Rick. Yeah.
Some of it, yeah. The whole history's.
How many? Where people are asking, how many laps is there? Do you have control of that, or?
We don't have control of that. We did when we had it out at Mosquito. We said we wanted to have this many laps. Now, I mean, we're limiting it to 24 cars to get into the feature. And you have to, of course, like normal, go through the heats and, that way. And I always hope to pull in cars from out of town to come in. I mean, I always like to see a local guy win the Classic.
2 years ago, your T-shirt guy, that one on your T-shirt, he won.
Yeah.
He smoked the field. Not last year, no, but 2 years ago. At Tucker Peterson,
Tucker, nice guy, nice kid,
North Dakota?
Tucker even asked me, of course he bought a bunch of shirts, he asked me, can I buy the Whiskey Bro trophy? I texted him back and I said, no. So then he said, well, how much would it cost me to get a duplicate made? So I got a price for it. Told him, he emailed me the money. He transferred me the money. He had the trophy made up for him. And I shipped it out to him.
whiskey.
Well, I had to send it to the States with an empty bottle on it, because otherwise the border would have grabbed it, because
You wouldn't like that.
so I told him, I said, you're going to have to fill it when you get there. But yeah. And believe it or not, Tommy Owens did the same thing. Because Tommy Owens had won it 4 times, and he didn't like me taking the trophy away from him, and he said, how much for me to buy one? And he said, right. So we had 2 made, one for Tommy and one for going to the States. So, but even last year, we had...
That was a heck of a race last year. Might have been the race of the year at the track, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they said that I had a lot of people say that was a really good race. And he's from Emo.
He works here.
No.
He's originally from
Keller, yeah.
Keller's from, I thought he was from Emo.
Fort, Emo, that area.
Yeah.
He does work at Thunder Bay. I've seen him on some job sites.
Yeah.
Crane operator, I believe.
Yeah.
But, and again, everyone wants to win a Classic. They want to get their name on the shirt, and they want their name on that trophy, because the trophy is housed at the Racing Museum.
Oh, wow.
That's where that's where the trophy goes, and it's up there. There's no sense sitting on my house. And if it's a local guy who wins it, I let them take the trophy home for a couple of months,
It's like when you were a kid playing hockey.
Now,
Get the trophy.
but the guy from the States who won, you wanted to take, I said, no, you're not taking the trophy with you home. Because how am I going to get back? So.
Have to pay 25% though.
Yeah. But I always would like to see local wins. But I mean, I look at it that the guy comes up from the States, never raced the track before, meets all the rules, and wins. All the power to him.
He didn't just win. He won. Oh, no, he was good. Super good. Super good kid, too. He's parked right behind that.
I mean, if Don't look at it that way.
All right, Rick, that was awesome. And thanks for coming on. And yeah, if people are looking to donate to whiskey,
The history lesson, which people, they were locked in there appreciating it. So.
tons of history there. Hello. Yeah. No. Yeah. Thanks, Rick, and thanks for coming on. You mentioned. Claire, you can come and get ready to shut it off. But yeah, thanks for coming on. You reached out to us earlier and said you wanted to have it, and great. This has been awesome. Thanks a lot, Rick, and we'll be back again in a few minutes again. Thank you so much.
Okay, Johnny, we're good.
Yeah. Okay, we're back again. Back live again. We've ran out of guests, so we recycled an No, Shawn P was a very popular guest on episode.
Well, two, yeah, first
interview,
yeah.
and there was a little room left on some unfinished business, and he's got some stuff to say about his store and whatever else. So yeah, everybody knows Shawn's usually the party, or there's some sort of party around the trailer. So here we go. We're going to continue on. Kyle, what do you got for Shawn?
Well, I heard the Birdie, you may be open on Saturdays, or what's going on at the Canadian Dirt Track Center here? Maybe something to do with tariffs here.
Yeah, we're going to start opening up from 8 till noon on Saturdays, to help you guys out on the weekend. And as with the tariff, I tried to stock the shelves fully so we're not paying a tariff.
45% more?
Yeah. No, just keep the racing going with the cost. You know, we don't need to be paying 100% more than an American. We want to be competitive, and racing is as affordable as we can.
It's not. But it's fun.
100% it's fun. This is
Oh, look at this. How much fun can you have on this?
it's great. You know, I'm gonna have friends I've raced with for this is my 30th year of racing, and I have
You're old.
Well, I am old, but I still have it. And, no, it's great that you guys are doing this, and we get to bullshit and talk, and you know, I mean, we do this on a regular basis all the time, and to feed it to people and to bullshit about racing all the time. Now it's great.
It's been a lot of fun, and it's been way bigger than we could ever have even imagined. It's been, the whole thing's just taken off and just been crazy, and Kyle and I appreciate we didn't think it was going to be like this here today either, to be honest.
First time I come here, this is my spot. And
Well, yeah, there's a lot of 360. You work out of here for second office.
I'm glad you're here to support Pork South, sponsor of mine, and along with North Stars and Premier Used Truck Parts. And first time ever, I had to wait to get in the bathroom here. There was a lineup to get in, and I never have to wait to get in there. First time ever.
Okay, so you're going to be open from 8 till noon on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Tech support starts at what, 10 o'clock?
Tech support's usually 24/7 people.
Tech support starts at 10?
Yeah.
Because Shawn will
But
be
I
there at
get
8.
off daycare. Daycare is no longer on it's at 6:08.
All right, another thing last interview we never even touched on is the fact that you and Chris have a mutual sponsor. You guys both Brandon Kopp. Yeah, so talk about that.
Well, me and Donnie raced together for years, and Brandon started, I guess, pretty well at 16. 15, 16, he showed up at the Mosquito Invitational that we had when the Simpsons were running it. And he'd come over and, Shawn, would you support me? And I've kind of been doing it since.
And and our Chris has helped them out quite a bit too with food and hospitality and your Miller Lights, which seem to be going down pretty good today.
Great sponsor, Miller Lite.
We do like Miller Lite.
No, just to give a shout out to all our sponsors. Here we Concrete, A1 Concrete.
Nope. Okay, Shawn, what else you got? Tell us about your kid. Tell us about Humboldt, Saskatchewan, Humboldt Broncos. What's going on there?
Austin's actually in town, but he's pretty busy. He's in a snowmobiling and beard mark. Couldn't make it out today. Had prior plans with his friends and didn't want to talk about racing. I'll fill in for him. Yeah, he's going finishing the year off in Pilot Mound, graduating there in Manitoba High School, and going to play Humboldt hockey in the fall.
Humboldt Broncos, that you, lots of people remember that from the bus accident, but yeah, they regrouped and Austin's going there. And he will be racing this summer?
He'll be racing this summer back in the street stock.
Right on.
For sure.
100%.
Right on.
What about that Cray Late one?
We're going to go do that. We're hoping to go race Great Lake Model 2-3 times.
Perfect. Works, Clark?
What is that car actually?
And be custom.
The Swartz car is long gone.
Schwartz card.
Not the modified Swartz.
So we saw one.
We still have one of that.
The inventory, is it still stacked, or do you,
We're sold out of Rages. We've sold out of Rage cars. We have one Shaw modified lap E mod or A mod. We're out of super stocks. We got to order a super stocks coming in June. Rages, we'll probably see them, 2 of them in July. And nothing, I don't have any more Shaws coming in next month.
that's incredible. That's incredible. You sold that many new cars here in Thunder Bay, and surrounding area for that matter.
Well, yeah, right to Winnipeg, we've had success selling cars like Rages, Shaws, but White River. The new more people are interested in buying new cars over the used stuff. We do have an inventory of used cars, and the new cars have been moving a lot better.
I need to find one of those guys to buy those ones.
Actually, there's a lot of companies that purchase new cars that will be out this year. B-mods. I don't even know who the drivers are going to be yet.
I was gonna say carry share, but I guess not.
I don't know who they are. They bought new cars and a turnkey program, and they don't even know who's driving them.
Oh,
That's actually been incredible, the amount of new cars that have been sold here in the last, say, year and a half. It's borderline ridiculous. I don't think anywhere else in North America has that many new cars sold, really.
When you're
For
talking
a dealer, not a builder.
a new car, a new B mod with a motor transmission, you're talking out for $70,000. A mods, $100,000. Yeah, you're buying.
Yeah, people, are you hearing this? That's $100,000 for an A mod, $70,000 for a B mod. That's real money.
With the tariffs that are going on now, I'm a math guy, and you put the 25% on purchasing from the States, 25% coming here, 50 cents on the dollar. It costs us 100% more than an American race.
You're fucking
Yeah, and
displaying.
tires now this year. What? I haven't heard a final price. I've heard rumors of $280 at that.
Well, it just on at 135 puts the exchange on you.
I know who you're married to.
286.
Around here.
286 a tire. That's that's a rough summer for us.
But even like the rims, you know, we're a Bassett dealer, and their steel comes from Canada. And he told me, Shawn, it was the difference to you guys. He goes, the price is 25% more. You just pay it. An American will quit.
Yeah, that is the difference. We'll pay it, and our kids will starve, and all that kind of stuff. We'll do it.
He goes down here. He goes, they just quit. They just stop. He goes, we're not paying that. We're going to be at the tariffs all go the way there. We're 100% more than American race.
Yeah, that's and look at how many cars are at our track still, and we'll be there, and they'll be there.
Hopefully that keeps up this year, but yeah, exactly.
And we just paid it. Do our thing.
Do it again.
Yeah. I'm so stupid.
Just add more beer, that's all.
Trucker John.
Yeah. But that's usually what happens when we talk about stuff, and it's usually over beer, and then these dumb ideas come about.
Like a podcast.
Yeah.
That's the best idea. It was the best idea.
But anyways, yeah, so that's basically about it, Shawn. You got anything else you want to add?
I think everybody's looking forward to 6 weeks from now or 5 weeks from now, and doing some racing still goes away, and we'll get to enjoy some racing. And you know, the socializing for me now, it's pretty well 80% of it, and then 20% racing. And I'm always happy to run second. I'm friends of mine, and you guys, I'd like to see you guys do good, and that's just kind of what it is.
Me too. Johnny missed.
Johnny missed the year.
We love that one, Shawn. That's it really hit home last year when you said that. You were so proud of that idea.
That was a good line.
It was a good one.
I don't come up with too many of them, but that's a really good one.
Yeah, Johnny missed a year. Beautiful. Which I did.
Yeah.
So let's not forget
I
that.
didn't
Until the end when you beat the 3D car there.
Yeah.
It's always a good night for me, too.
But beating the 3D,
3D has always been a great night for me.
yeah, it doesn't happen often, well, right? So, no. 2 times for me. It might be a couple more, but not many more than 2. But I could count on one hand how many times I beat him.
I think we should all give Johnny and Kyle a hat for the great job they do.
All right, so that's going to be the end here tonight, and or today. Can't thank Chris and his gang at Port South enough. Thanks to Sign Design for all the giveaways. Thanks to Gary at Wakefield Oil Change Plus. Thanks to Shawn, Sergeant Propane, everybody who stepped up today to help out on the podcast. What's that, Kirk? You keep looking at me and talking.
Come on,
What are you
Kurt,
saying?
what's up, Kurt?
Oh, that's my son. But anyways, yeah. Thank you everyone for coming out. It's been overwhelming.
Yeah,
Kyle?
thank everyone to come out. It blew us away at the beginning there. We were kind of nervous, but
You guys take a picture of how many people are in here?
we took a couple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
We
with
should take
this one.
right
We should
now,
take
yeah.
a panoramic view of this. Yeah, this is crazy. And
Yep.
what else? Oh, we got those 2 Bayfest tickets to give away still, courtesy of David Allen and All Temp Trails. So another Bayfest weekend. We'll do that. We'll go off the air. Too bad they weren't here. They could have won it, but so, you got to be here.
Gotta stay
Yeah,
home.
so. Okay, thank you everyone, and we'll see you Thursday night. And yeah, so we'll just tell them kind of what our plan is here over the next little bit.
Well, I don't change a bit with the season starting, but yeah, you maybe tell Johnny what we kind of come up with.
So
that might change still.
Yeah, it still might change still, but every second Thursday we're gonna run our regular podcast. Kyle's working the other week, and then we're gonna have special events when we can. And then getting closer to the season, which we're only like 6 weeks away or 5 weeks or whatever it is, we're going to have a preview show of the year and what we think is going to, who's who, what's going to happen. We're going to do that. And then once the season starts, it'll probably get a little slower, but we want to do after the races, say a winner or something that happened that night. We'll interview. Kyle and I will do something at the night. We'll have to talk to Norm to clear everything there, but I'm sure they'll like that. And we'll do something at Mosquito on those days. And
hopefully we get Norm on the show before the season too.
Yeah, we've heard he was willing to come.
He's going to come on.
Yeah, so we'll do that. And then before invitationals, we're going to have an invitational preview show. Hopefully an American or Emo or Winnipeg driver on the Thursday night. We're going to do stuff like that, and then we're just going to keep it going. Yeah, every once in a while in the summer, but after the races, and then gear up again for next fall. And we can't thank you guys all enough. It's been awesome so far.
Thank you.